Hello, this is Dean with I Buy Cool Stuff, and I've been picking up a lot of axes and hatchets lately. And in order to get good money, if it's just a run-of-the-mill hatchet or axe, you have to get them looking right, looking used, looking where you can use them. So I've already done two hatchets. We're going to work on a double bit axe today. So I've been working on it, cleaning it up already. This is, if you can see, this is a Plumb double bit axe. I've already wire wheeled it, sharpened it a little bit, and we'll get to it a little bit more. So I have a used handle. This had a terribly bad accent on it. Was terrible, and it was abused here. And I used some wood glue and a little sawdust as filler because it's not a great axe. It's not a great handle, but together we're going to try and make it look like something reasonable. So let's see what we can do with this. So let me plug in my grinder because it ain't ready to go on yet. And I know this isn't somebody that does this for a living's way of doing it, but it gets the job done. Still a little thick in the middle. And if you work at any of this, you can get it all done. You can do it by hand if you want with sandpaper. So let's see if it fits any better now. Alright, so you can see that it is starting to come through. See the wood in there? Get the light on it. So, needs a little bit more though. I like to work it on both sides. See how that's looking. They have beat on this a little, but I think you can tell right quick it's through farther. I think it's going to go. Let me sit that here for a second and get me a thumper. Turn the old grinder off. Here's the one I like. So I've talked to you before, if you've watched the other videos, in order to get that to jump up on the handle, you hit the handle on the bottom. And look at how far that jumped out just that quick. Like I said, I thought it was looking pretty right. And it's not a pretty handle. We're going to make it prettier here in a minute, but Boy, she's tightened right in there, man. So that is really nice and tight. And it'll make a nice handle now. It'll make a nice outfit. Somebody will love it. All right, let me hit pause, and I'm going to go and cut this off. So that didn't take but a minute. So we're going to put some wood glue down in there. I went and got some more wedges. See how big the wedges are? Maybe we'll just leave it full length. I'm going to take a chisel, and it's pinched a little tight in this one corner, maybe in two corners, making it too hard to get the wedge started. It's a little better. So we're going to use regular wood glue. Like always, there's a little piece plug on the top. Where it is tight to get it in there. There we go. So let's go cut it off. So now you can see it looks a lot better. Fresh wood instead of that old dead stuff. Let's run it on the grinder a little bit, just make it look a little prettier. Shouldn't leave your tools laying around, Gene. That looks pretty good now. Now, to give it a little character, let's see if we can give that old rotten punky looking handle a little character. You can see how light and stuff it is. We're gonna heat it up, give it a little color. Before I do that, I've got some real coarse steel wool. I prefer steel wool over sandpaper. We're going to take this dirt and crud off the outside of this. Like I said, this axe was $1 or something. I've got the one head that was on it. It's already at the antique mall. It's really, really rough. I put $5 on it. It was very, 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 very pitted. But I thought the handle was good enough when I bought it for $1 that I could salvage it to put on something else. And so, and that's what my grandpa always did. He always salvaged everything. So I don't think he ever had anything new in his wife but my grandma. Like I said, this is number 8 steel wool. And as soon as we get done with this, just a second longer, we're going to hit it with some fire. And then to finish it off, I'll hit it with a little bit of oil. And you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, but you can make the nicest sow's ear purse you can. So lots of people are just looking for decorator junk, but this will be totally usable. The handle's plenty stout. So, all right, now you can see how light it is. So we're going to hit it with some fire, give it some color. So, see if you can see that on there. And it hardens it a little bit too, I believe. It gives it that well-used, well-loved kind of look. Can you see that grain pattern coming through there? See the grain pattern coming through now? So, when you're just making stuff to sell, I do this to my own axes that I keep around because I like the way it looks. The name in that handle, couldn't see it till I hit it with the fire. Yeah, this is going to look really good. I haven't got it too hot to handle. Think we ought to do the grip a little darker. Let's do the grip a little darker. This smells good doing this as well. How's that? A little darker? So. That spot was hot. So after I get done darkening it, toasting it a little bit, giving it some color, giving it some appreciation, I like to take, and I use this all the time, Old English scratch cover. It's a great stain and it preserves wood, and I use it on almost anything that's wood. Look at that. Look at the difference from that side to that side. So I just work it in with my fingers. Ah, there's a splinter there. Well, give me something to pull out tonight. Nobody else can pull that out because it's in my finger now. I didn't feel that when I was running the steel wool. Usually I can feel them with the steel wool and get them with the steel wool. And I buy all the Old English. I haven't bought a bottle from the store in 20 years. I buy it at garage sales. Everybody, when they're moving and whatnot, they've got a half a bottle because it's expensive if you go to buy it. I think it's about $6 or $8 a bottle now. But I use it on everything, so I like to have it around. Get me a rag and wipe this down a little bit. And the edge of your steel, because I've sharpened it, as you can see, it'll rust. But Old English, because it's got linseed oil in it, will keep it from rusting while it's sitting at the shop waiting for somebody to buy it. So I always put it on the blade as well. It doesn't take a lot to keep it from rusting. So that linseed oil will dry on the axe head. end up here. So, anyhow, that's how you take a $2 axe and turn it into a $40 bill. So like I always say, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you want to see, because I do almost everything. And if I don't do it, I'll learn how to do it and do it for you. So God bless you and God bless America.